Hey there. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Danny. Yay, I'm not going to miss this one. No, you're here before me tonight. It's good to see you. How was your day? Hope you had a good day. It was okay. All right, all right. Getting a few things put together here and then we'll start. We shall start. Tonight is level 8, which I'm racking my brain. I think this is the first of the initial levels. And what I mean by that is level 8 and level 9. If I remember correctly, the map, the way the rooms were built is it spelled out the initials of the developers. But I can't remember which is which, so I don't know if this is Andy Greenberg's level or if this is Robert Woodhead's level. I don't remember. I heard your coach is coming to my store to help. Which one is that? Which coach is that? I'm curious. Hope it's not my favorite coach. I like her. So I've got everything up and running here. Let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay. Let's not waste any more time. My coach. I hope that's not true. I hope that is not the case. So as always, if you have any questions about the game, feel free to drop it in the chat. I will do my best to answer. I can answer quite a few questions about the main game, Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. I've played it since I was 10 years old. But this new version, of course, has some differences that I'm still learning about. I think we've got most of them. Oh, no. But there may be always some surprises. We're finding a few bugs, which is awesome because a lot of times the devs will pop in here and watch the gameplay. And so we're kind of bug hunting. Right? What I'm doing now is just doing a little housekeeping before we jump into the dungeon here. Alright, we'll do a little stay at the inn. Okay, so into the maze we go. Tonight is level 8. Like I said, level 8 and 9. We're getting to the end, by the way. But level 8 and 9, the maps spell out the initials of the game's original developers. I don't remember which developer it is on level 8. I can't remember if it's Andrew Greenberg's or if it's Robert Woodhead's. Which a lot of the game, they put a lot of themselves into the game. For example, the main bad guy in Wizardry is named Wordna, which is Andrew spelled backwards, and the Overlord that sends the adventurers on the quest is Trebor, which is Robert spelled backwards. So a lot of the old school backwards masking of the names. Something that was popular back in the day with a lot of nerdy types. My poor friend. I never think to cast that spell. It's a good spell to cast because it basically when we played Labyrinth of Lost Souls, we always cast the armor spell, and that's what this is. It raises an invisible shield around the party, improving their armor class. Let's go ahead and fire it off. Why not? But we will also use a Duma pick map spell to see where we are. Alright, so we are facing south, 0 north, and 10 to the east. And again, this is level 8. If I remember right, this is where we start to see some really ugly dudes. This is where the demons start to creep up, maybe some of the lesser ones. Excuse me. So yeah, nowhere to go but south, which of course is going to actually, if you look again, we'll see, take us to the top of the map. There we go. Maybe for a month. Yeah. Okay, we got a long corridor. I'm not seeing any hidden doors or anything. Strange animals. So these are not Medusa lizards. What are these? Gaze hounds. If I remember right, these can petrify also. We're going to want to make short work of these guys. So we're going to do this. Oh, okay. Well, they're kind of squishy, which is good. This should take them out. Pretty good experience haul there. Armored woman and 5 priests. So we have some kind of samurai and level 5 priest. Major daimyo. Alright, so she's in the back. Level 5 priests. We'll take care of them. Oh, that took care of them all. Sweet. I was expecting her to be a higher level. Exploding box. Shorty receives an armor and a scroll. So let's see what we have. Give to Shorty. The armor is a breastplate. Scroll is Lomilwa. Alright, so next time we cast that, we can use it right off the scroll instead of burning a spell point. So we have 2 doors. 2 doors. Let's go this way. A friendly group of Major Daimyo. We'll say hello and keep walking. Very nice. 2 large humanoids. What are these? Ogre Lords. Ooh. Let's try this. I've never tried Manifo. We'll see if we can paralyze them. It was ineffective. What's this guy doing? Oh, look at that. They can cast Mahalato. So we see this level is bringing us a bunch of new monsters. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I like them. Now the party here, if we look, the party is equally damaged, and that's because of those spells. Frodette receives a mace. Merlin receives a sword. Let's see. We're getting to the part of the maze where we might start getting some really cool equipment. So I'm inclined to check everything. Oh, see, that was cool. That's a short sword -1. That's a cursed weapon. I'm not going to discard it, though, because I want to sell it. All right, so what spells did we have? We had some new healing spells, didn't we? Heals a party member. I'm going to switch to dial for these guys. There we go. That'll be good enough. So let's refresh this map and see if we can see what initials. So this, I think, is going to be the RJW map. That's what it's going to end up looking like. Oh wow, look at all this. 6 level 10 fighters. So Mahalito will not, or Machinito will not work, but Lacanito might. Let's try it. Took out most of them. We'll use one of these. But they're tough. Yeah, they're pretty stout. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Very unusual looking map because, like I said, it's more of an Easter egg than anything. It's just supposed to spell out the initials of the main developer. Yeah, this is the RJW map. That's Robert J. Woodhead. There's the J. Through here. Oh, darkness. Wait a minute. Something's wrong. Look at the map there. Where are we for real? A teleport and a dark. Oh, okay. Look at that. All right, so we went in the door and it teleported us a little north and a little east. So where are we really now? I'm confused. Ah, okay, okay. So let's just plot the walls out. Gotta bump our way through. Oh. It was a one-way. All right, what do we have here? You surprise the monsters. We'll see if a Magneto will work here. That didn't do a thing. That did not do a thing. Yeah. It just means they're higher level. Ah, there's a lot of bad guys in this fight. Yeah, they're tough. I don't want to burn another spell, but I might have to, just to take these guys in the back out. Maybe just a plain Dalto at this point would knock them out. I think that'll probably do the trick. Let's try it. That should do it. There we go. That's better. Ooh. That was a tough one. 23,000 experience points though off of that. Alright, so all the way back down. Our spell is expired because we went into the dark area. Who had that scroll? Now I know I had a... There it is. So this corridor should spell out the other initial. Well, this is the left side of the W. More gaze hounds. I'm gonna knock these guys out pretty quick because I'm fearful of what they can do. Oh wow. That was cool. Yeah, that spell just cleaved them. Potion and a shield. Let's see what the shield is. A shield +1. Cool. Give that to him. Going to discard that. So here we have a leather-clad man. Like a master thief, maybe? Yep. That's what it is. Still squishy, though. Another potion. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this is the R. See how it spells out? R, J, and then the big W. Like, I think that's the big fun Easter egg of the level. Is literally that right there. I don't think there's any encounters on this one. Alright, so these guys again. That spell didn't do a whole lot. Let's try another one of those. And that. We'll try Allah Halato this time. There we go, that's better. Okay. So I don't think there was anything in this space. Excuse me. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's some ninja? A level 8 ninja. Give them a AC penalty. Oh, that wasn't bad. I was expecting that to be kind of rough, actually. Trapless chest. Four robed women. Some sort of mages, perhaps? So we have to do a few things here. It's probably not going to work, but we will try to silence them. I don't have a lot of success with like the mute spells and things like that. Yeah, only one of them was silenced. Excuse me. Got a sword. Always like seeing a sword. Short sword +2. So that might be for Frodette here. Oh, already got one. Oh, but what's this? So that's going to be a short sword -1. And I know that, once again, because we cannot identify it. Bug, current little bug. Alright, so let me do a little healing. And then I'm trying to debate whether we're even going to stay on this level anymore, because I think we've seen the majority of it. Let's just look and see. Let me just see where we're at. So there's the dark space in the upper right corner that we have not touched. I'm trying to remember what was in the upper left-hand corner. I don't think it was more darkness. It's been so long since I played. It is a trap of some sort. Maybe it's a teleporter maze. I can't recall. We will we'll tackle it just so we can see, because we're going to go ahead and check it all out, right? But let's go back to town and rest up, recover some spell points before we get into something that I'm fairly certain is a trap. Oh, I'm all out of those two. Okay. So yeah, see, I'm running low of spell points here. Bum, 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 bum. And there's our elevator. I want one of the hounds. There it is. Okay, so just here to rest up, sell some inventory. Oops, not the temple, I want the shop. So we're going to Alright. We'll go ahead and rest up at the inn. At this point, we're doing it just for the sake of convenience. And there we go. So let's head back to level 8 and we'll see if we can map the remainder of the level. Down to level 4. We have 5 werebears, it looks like. Hello, Saddlecat. How's it going? Paralyzed. Oh, man. And poisoned. It's going pretty good. How are you? Alright, so first things first, we gotta heal Brunelita here. Yes, I know. So to heal Brunelita, we are going to use the Dialco spell to remove the paralysis. And then we are going to use... Nope. Darn it. Stop. There we go. We're going to use the Latuma Fist spell to heal the poison. There we go. Alright. So Sadocrat, thanks for joining us. We are mapping level 8 It's mostly mapped already, honestly. It's kind of a gimmicky level. The purpose of it is little Easter egg. Spell out the initial of one of the developers. Initials of one of the developers, rather. We've mapped out the bulk of it. And if I remember right, there is... The part we have not mapped is a trap of some sort. But I'm sure it's, you know, nothing that we can't handle. All right, so let me just refresh my memory. Where are we? We'll use the Lomilwa spell. We will use a Porphic spell. And let's go ahead and do that map spell just to see. Okay. Okay, so there is some gaps there. We didn't get the inside of the J, it looks like. I'm pretty sure there's nothing cool to see. I don't remember there being any funny encounters or Easter eggs with this level, but we'll check. When I see some spots that are missing, we'll fill in the gaps. Alright, come on. These are going to be these daimyos with the really, really high armor class. Boy, they're not. That one doesn't want to take any damage at all. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Will this round do it? Probably not. They're just defending. Oh, here we go. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Treasure chest. Chests are becoming more frequent now. Merlin receives a book, and what was the other thing? An armor? Armor and book. We're going to give that to Shorty. We'll give the book to Shorty. Plate mail. Book must be the book of Bad Dios because it cannot be identified. Again, the devs have told me that that's a fix coming in October. You can do it, bite their heads off. So this is a cool monster. You'll like this one. The Overlords. Roast them. Boy, they're tough too. shield and an armor. You know, I can't resist seeing what these things are. This is a cool looking shield here from the placeholder graphic. Leather armor +2. Ooh, that's a good one. Large shield. So Frodette needs that leather armor +2. I'm going to give that to Frodette and equip that right away. What are these? Oh, we have some giants. Oh, and they hit hard. Look at that. Real hard. This is bad news. Trolls. They're trolls. Okay, so how are we going to handle this? We're going to go all out because I don't know what these guys are capable of. Don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. Because we don't know till we try. Ah, okay. So Machinito will work against trolls at this level. That was close. They were hitting hard. Wilma receives a potion. Bernalito receives an armor. You know, maybe it's a healing potion. So let's just give it to Shorty here and see what's up. Chainmail +1. That's cool. And a potion of Dios, which we will use immediately. Discard that. Chainmail +1. Who's wearing chainmail? Wilma has a breastplate +1. -5 AC. -4 AC. Let's see what potion this is. Same thing. So we're going to cast some spells now. Some healing spells. Because we're hurting at the moment. Those trolls did a number on us. There we go. I feel better about it now. So yeah, we didn't walk the inside of the J, but there's nothing there. And I think we missed a few spaces down here. Wait a minute. Something happened. Did we teleport? Alright, so we have teleported and we are now in the upper left-hand quadrant, which is filled with, that's right, spinner traps. I forgot. So every step of this little square, every single step is a spinner trap. Which means when you step, you'll be spun in a random direction. So what we're going to do is cling to the wall so we can keep up with where we're at. Very, very annoying to try to map this sort of thing. So at this point, I'm not even worried about mapping. Because I remember this entire room is nothing but spinning around. We're just getting lucky that we're not spinning around. See, it's hard to map because I know which direction I'm going. Oh, there's the way out. You see the walls pulsing there? So you look at the auto map and it doesn't make sense anymore. But if we doom a pick, things become clear. We went, if you look at 15 north, we went east all the way to 7 and then up. So just for fun, we'll keep mapping, but don't let the auto map confuse you. Because remember, every step we take, we're getting spun. Oh, looky here. Stairs up. Stairs up to level 7. Yeah, okay. That was cool. Wow, so the stairs take you down to here. That's crazy. Imagine taking the stairs to this level instead of the elevator, and the first thing you see is a spinner room. And I have lost myself now. Oh, so I teleported. Okay. So there was one teleporter mixed in with all the spinners there. So, but we've been here, so I know right where we're at. We're at the bottom of the R. So, honestly speaking, this is level 8. The whole right side of the level is nothing but rock. So, like, it's like 17, 18, and 19, all the way up from the bottom to the top of the map is nothing but solid. It doesn't even exist for the, essentially speaking. So I think we are actually ready to hit level 9 at this point. And level 9, like this level, spells out one of the initials of the developers. But level 9 serves a much bigger purpose for us. Because level 9 is where we will grind away the rest of our levels. All of the best treasures in the game are on level 9 and 10. But we're not ready for 10 just yet. Merlin receives a mace, and Wilma receives an armor. Alright, so the armor is going to be a chainmail or a leather armor, one or the other. Anointed mace. Discard that. Give that to Frodette. And we have a little trek to walk to get back to the elevator. Five frightening creatures. Oh, this is different. What are these guys? Night Stalkers. I don't remember a thing about Night Stalkers. Let's see if they're undead, though. And we will try to burn them. The ears. I feel like these guys might be level drainers too. I'm not sure. I don't recall. I don't like messing around with level draining monsters. Frodette receives a sword. Kyla receives a helm. Alright, we don't see a whole lot of helms. It's a helm +1. And a long sword -1. So we'll equip that. So what we're doing now is heading back to town, and then we're going to set foot in what is my, arguably my favorite level of the game, level 9. That guy says, "Peace out." They saw the other guys fall and they just took off. Merlin receives a shield and a sword. They said, "Nope." Yep, that's exactly what happened. I want to see. Give me a cool weapon. What do you say? So this is just a large shield here. We'll throw that out. Alright, so we're home free here just about. Ooh, do I still have a Magneto spell? I hope so. If not, we might be in trouble. It's a pretty big encounter. I do not. Okay, so. But I have a Magneto, which will work on the gas dragon. So let me rethink this here. So we're going to... Back up. We're going to fight them. We're going to Mahalato the guys in the back, and we're going to Magneto the dragons. There we go. Oh, and I see Brunelita has a level up after that. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and level her up. All right. Bernalita learned a new spell, too. Oh, look at her hit points up to 93. That's awesome. All right, let's sell some junk. All right. So, truthfully, that was level 8. You've seen it all at this point. So what we're going to do now is we are going to set foot in level 9. And I want to tell you a bit about level 9. Level 9 is actually very small. From what I remember right, it also spells out the initials of one of the other developers, but there's not much to it either. How do I want to say this? So, when we go to level 9, and I've been there once in this game already when I wasn't streaming, just to see if my memory served me correctly. From the elevator, there's a door. And when you open that door, every single time, there's a fight. And the fight is going to be a lot harder than anything we've seen thus far. But the experience points are fantastic, and the treasure drops are fantastic. And just a few steps from that fight is the path down to level 10. So we're not going there yet. So what we're going to do is we're just kind of going to chill out, and we're going to grind fights on level 9. I have 2 goals. I want to get all of my spells unlocked. I want to get Merlin and Wilma all of their spells. I also want to level up Kyler enough where I can change his class. And hopefully we'll farm an item that will change Frodette into a ninja. And all of that can happen on level 9. So level 9 might be a several day thing. And at some point, once we feel comfortable, I think we'll map level 9. But at the beginning, I'm just going to warn you, it's pretty much just going to be just some grinding. But we'll try to keep it fun. Because the monsters that we will see are going to be very interesting. Well, R. Kelly likes it. Settlecat says everybody likes grinding. Oh my, paralyzed and poisoned. This is such a big fight, and I don't want to burn a Magneto. If we're going to level 9, I don't want to burn that spell. Because I'm going to need it. But I will use a Mahalato. God, these bears are tough tonight. Like a Mac attack would have totally taken care of this encounter. Instead, I'm just slogging through this fight. And it's going to burn more spell points than I really care to. It's aggravating. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I guess we'll burn another one. Having one of my fighters paralyzed makes this more annoying than it should be. There we go. How'd you fail to disarm a chest on level 4? Come on. What in the world is going on with this box? There we go. Alright, so Wilma, let's do our thing here. I'm going to wake up Brunelita there. And then we are going to Cure the poison. And cure the poison. I'm going to put her back on the front lines. Alright. And so now we proceed with just a few less spell slots than when we started in another bear fight. More annoying bears. Nope. Let's do that. Yeah, like I feel sometimes like the game can tell when I'm wanting to do something. It says we're not doing anything cool right now. We're going to slow it down. Alright, so 2 level 9. So if you look at the map, that's all I've been through at this point. I just literally set foot in here and opened the door to my left because I know what I wanted to see. So first things first, we'll cast a Morphic spell. Through this door will be a fight that will probably be epic. What I like to see is gas giants. I like to see them. Machinito will kill them. What else did we often used to encounter here when I was younger? Wizards, I think. Archmages, maybe? Let's see. Well, they made a liar out of me. There was no fight here this time. Now this right here is what takes us to level 10. In the floor, you see a hole in the floor, which appears to be a chute down to the floor below. Now in the past, you wouldn't see that message. You would just step on this. You would just take this step and boom, you were on level 10. So I kind of think it's neat they give the players a warning this time. It was like you told on me, I ain't doing it. Oh yeah, the door. There we go. Oh, what do we have here? These are new. Wyverns. I don't know that I've ever seen these before. Let's test them and see how it works. What do they do? So they poison. They don't hit too hard, but they can poison. Heyo, do you like Wizardry more than games like EO, SMT? Odyssey. I guess EO is Etrian Odyssey and SMT. SMT. I don't know what SMT is. What is SMT? And welcome to the chat, by the way. Shin Megami Tensei. So, I've actually never played Shin Megami Tensei. I want to. It's on my list. I have the games. Definitely going to play and review them. But that was a series that I don't think came to the West until, much later, right? Etrian Odyssey is really cool. I think, it's largely, it is inspired by Wizardry. There's really no doubt about it, which is awesome. But I grew up on Wizardry, so it is a favorite of mine. Come on. Alright, so we're not getting the door encounters, but we will pace around the room. So what do we have here? Level 8 priests. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, so Dalto works pretty good on these guys. Shin Megami Tensei, what is that? Devil Summoner. I keep trying to think of the the name of the game. So the gold points, or the gold piece drops are pretty good here. Let's just poke our head through these other doors. SMT is just SMT. Anything with a title. Past it is a spin-off. Okay. Got you. And that's related to Persona, right? I think the Persona games tie into that somehow too. Oh, I believe you have a life stealer here. Yep. So I'm not too concerned with experience points. I'm more concerned with getting rid of this monster. Persona is a spin-off of SMT with a ton of visual novel style content. So if you go to my website, oldgamehermit.com, at the top there's a link that says backlog. And that shows you a list of all of the games that I intend to play and review for my site at the moment. That list is always expanding. And you'll see everything you've mentioned on that list. But it's just a matter of time. Oh, Gaze Hounds. Is that what we have here? I think that's what we have here. Now, we've not tried a Machinito on a Gaze Hound before. We're going to try it and see what it does. So yeah, those games look extremely interesting to me. But I tend to play and review games, by release date. For my site, it's more of a project than anything else. And I missed a lot of those the first time around, because I think the first Shin Megami Tensei game was an NES title, if I'm not mistaken. And it was never properly released in the US in its original format. Alright, so Dalto is pretty cool with these Gaze Hounds. We'll take a few steps back here. Uh-oh, something happened. What was it? Did we spin? Oh. No, not really. We did something. So that connects. So I think I do want to show you something cool about level 10 and why someone would want to go down level 10 at this point. Let's go down the chute. So level 10, by the way, is the final level of Wizardry. And we have this wonderful message. Flee, ye mortal, walk forward and return to the mad Overlord and be spared. So what that's telling us is through here is a warp straight to the town. So that's the only reason at this point I'm going to step into level 10 is for a quick warp home. Because we're going right back down to level 9 here in a minute. And we'll go ahead and explore it, I think. The encounters don't seem to be quite as harsh as I was expecting. But it's nice knowing we have that little level 10 shortcut there. And soon we'll unlock a spell that allows us to teleport. So that'll make things easier too. I say soon, but it's still a few levels off. Very nice. Your website is really awesome, dude. Amazing content. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I put a lot of work into it. And I talk about more than just video games there too. It's been a labor of love. I want to say I started it maybe 11 or 12 years ago. And we are slowly whittling away at that backlog. Everybody has one. And I got tired of looking at mine. So I said, let's do something about it. And I made a list, and then I said, let's go ahead and blog it too. And so that's how the site came to be. And now we're doing all kinds of stuff. We're streaming and everything else. Having a lot of fun. If you look back on the site, this game was one of the first posts I ever made. Of course, it was the DOS version back then. So I was super excited to see a modern remake of Wizardry after all this time. Well, this grave mist is tough. I should have just dispelled it. There we go. I never thought I would see a modern proving ground to the Mad Overlord. But here we are. We'll leave these gas dragons alone and go right down to floor number 9. Some more gaze hounds. I'm thinking so. I like the way they chomp at the beginning of the fight. It's like they're taking a little nibble. If we encounter them, watch as soon as they spawn on the screen, they take a little nibble. Where'd he come from? Would you say this Wizardry Master is the best way for a newcomer to start with Wizardry? I'm wanting to discover the best dungeon crawlers after finishing up SMT3 Nocturne. Happy to hear any suggestions you have. So, I would say that this remaster is the best way to experience Wizardry 1, for sure. There are some bugs, there are some glitches. Most of them are going to be patched out in October. So, next month. I don't know the date in October. So, I would maybe wait for that, just because they have also said they can't guarantee the save games are going to work between the versions. Because remember, this is early access right now. So maybe wait till October. In the meantime, if you like this kind of thing, there is the Bard's Tale trilogy on Steam, which are games that were inspired by Wizardry. Very, very, very Wizardry-like. Some of them are a little nastier than Wizardry, though, I'll be honest. They take all of the tips and traps that you encounter in this game and really crank it up. Bard's Tale 3 made me want to pull my hair out. Or maybe it was Bard's Tale 2. One of those two games was so difficult, I wanted to just flip the desk over. But, those are great. And there's other Wizardry titles on Steam as well, and on PlayStation. Wizardry Labyrinth of the Lost Souls, which is a Japanese release, heavily inspired by early Wizardry games like this. Those are fantastic. And a little more user-friendly, a little more modern. Not quite as brutal. You can save the game, for example. This autosaves, and if the party wipes, they just wipe. You have to create a new party and go down and drag their corpses back to town and resurrect them. So you can totally lose everything. And Labyrinth of Lost Souls is a little more forgiving. I love anything Wizardry, though, so I mean, I'm very biased in my opinion. By today's standards, there are definitely some rough edges in these older games that annoy the majority of gamers today. And that's, you know, valid criticism. But some of us old nerds, we kind of like it this way. Oh wow, this lady is just casting spells all over the place. What was that? Alright, we have to do some healing here. Do some big healing there. Some more here. How many of these she got left? Oh, wow. Okay. Got a few left. And that's all of the Dalco spell, or all of the Dalma spell. Let's go ahead and use a dial, or dial, or whatever, however you want to say it. Stop. I can live with that. Maybe one more on Kyler here. There we go. Six armored men. These are going to be these really hardy warriors. Level 10 fighters. Holy moly. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Do we have any Lorto left? Yes, we do. And we have a Mahalato. So yeah, we're kind of going all out here. Because these guys are tough. Oh, wow. That spell worked wonders. That's the combination right there. Come on, let's get a good drop. I keep telling everybody that level 9 is the place to go for loot. And we're not seeing anything. Here we go. Shorty receives a mace. Merlin receives an armor. So, there was an item in the game, a mace. I want to say it was a jeweled mace or a holy mace. Is this it? No, that is not it. That is a mace -1. Not the cool mace we wanted. Evil chainmail +2. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Evil chainmail. -5 AC bonus, but see, you can only wear it if you're evil. If you put it on as a good person, it's cursed. So again, the map of this level is going to spell out some initials here. Frightening creature. This will be a life stealer, I think. Oh boy. Okay. And those always make me nervous. Because they used to be able to drain levels. I'm assuming they still can. We received a shield and an armor. And another armor. Oh yeah, this is it right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the exciting stuff. Give that to Merlin, and Merlin had something too, right? So what do we have here? Man, all of this junk gear. Small shield, we can just throw that right away. And the armor is probably going to be another breastplate -1. Or no, it was leather armor. Alright, so I'm not sure. Where are we at now? Alright, so yeah. So this is the body of the G for Greenberg here. It's sort of forming. What's it look like now? Yeah, you can kind of see the G sort of doing its thing there. And the C. We're in the C right now. Next to it will be an A. ACG. Andrew C. Greenberg was the gentleman's name. What do we have here? Night Stalkers and Overlords. I don't know how I feel about this fight. Okay, so they are undead. That's good. Oh, we missed. That Night Stalker back there doesn't want to go anywhere. And they are recovering hit points. Ooh, that stung. These guys hit hard. Yeah. We got another sword. Let's see what it is. Short sword -1. Not interested in that. So we're going to go ahead and just clear out this spot. And then we need to head back towards the beginning. Because we are starting to... Like, my characters need some healing here. We're starting to run out of healing spells. We have some, but not much. I have so few, I'm no longer comfortable with it, right? One giant. It's a troll. He says, okay, so I've got to go all the way up, right? I'm just backtracking here. And then, is it this way? Yes? I thought you troll in the dungeon. I thought you should know. I had that in my head. Okay, oops, so wrong door. I gotta go one more over. Okay, wait a minute now. I'm lost and confused. Where am I? Ah, okay. I was going the right way. I see. Oh, wow. These are the wizards or witches or whatever they were that really caused me a problem earlier. We'll knock these guys out right now. They had some stinging spells earlier. So I have to go all the way this way. Through here and through here. And then down here. And over here. So we're going to do our little trick where we take the chute to level 10. And then we're going to warp to the castle. I love that little trick. It's way better than, taking the elevator to 4 and then from 4 to back to 1, At this point, the game is like, okay, you know what you're doing. Let me give you a lifeline back to town. And I think we have some things to sell, don't we? Mace -1. Evil Chainmail. Look at that. 4,000 for that. That's pretty cool. Not that we're want for money right now. Okay. We'll take one more little stint down there and we'll see if we can kind of map out the remainder of the level. And so that'll be the end of our mapping. After this, the next couple sessions, the next couple streams will just be a level 9 grind, right? I don't know, we may even dip our feet into level 10 and just see if we can grind in level 10. But I seem to remember when I was younger, that door on level 9, just going through the door and grinding there. I don't want to say I would hit level 10 until I was maybe the characters were level 13. But then again, I've never played the Apple II version before. I always played either the DOS or the NES version of the game. So there might be some minor differences. Disarm the crossbow bolt. They're like the spiders. Right down to level 9 we go. And here we are. 5 armored men. These are probably the level 10 fighters, right? Is that what these are? Yep. So what worked good against these guys? Was it Dalto? I think it was. Yeah, that was it. There's a certain sword I really, really want to find, and I think it drops on this level. I know it drops on the next level. I want to see what they call it in this version of the game. I want to see if they stick with the classic name of the sword. But I can also see it maybe being renamed for licensing reasons. Alright, so let's go up here and let's get the rest of Andrew's name filled in. Let's get the A on the map. Hey there, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. So we've got a group of trolls, two groups of trolls, which makes it harder to suffocate them. I've only got one Magneto spell. Let's not do that. How do we want to do this? Alright. Probably went overboard there. I probably didn't need to go that hard in the paint. Oh no, we triggered the trap. Oh, and it killed poor Merlin. Look at that. Ooh, that was rough. That was nasty. Let's bring Merlin back to life. Let's give Merlin a big heal. Oh, that was so nasty. Okay, but we got something. What was it? What do we have? Chainmail +1 and some plain old robes. Yeah, that hurt. Alright. So, okay, so we don't have a light spell active, do we? Let's fix that. Come on, Loma. There's Lomilwa. Bump, bump. So there is no... Interesting. I thought there was a door here. Okay, so where are we? So there's still a handful of doors down there. All right, let's do it. 5 large humanoids. These are the Overlords, right? I believe I'm correct. What worked good on those guys? So earlier, Shadowcat said something about story time. When we actually get to level 10, I do have a story to tell. So that probably won't be tonight. But when we get ready to conquer that level, I will tell that story. because it's relevant to how you navigate the level. Merlin receives an armor and a sword. Is this the sword I'm looking for? Probably not. Leather armor. We'll toss that to the side. And that is not the sword I'm looking for. Oh, we have real giants here. Real giants. Earth giants. These were my favorites because they gave a ton of experience points. These guys and the gas giants and the fire giants, I believe this works on them. Boom! Magneto used to work on giants. And it still does. There's nothing better than getting a whole slew of giants and just nuking them all like that. Merlin receives a sword. It's a longsword +1. Kyler's ready to level. This might be the level that allows me to turn him into a lord. Alright, so let's go straight. Oh, and we have more of these nasty mages. But I'm out of Lorto. But I have some Lidicans and a Mahalito. Or a Mahalito. Whatever you want to call it. We got a staff. We don't see a lot of staves, do we? Let's see if this is something special. The Staff of Mawgrif, which Mawgrif I believe is a armor spell. Let's see. Mawgrif must be a mage spell. Let's see. Yep, body iron. Okay. Stick. Overlords, smacking his shield. Oh. Brutal. What do we have? This will take him out. These guys are tough. Well, they're targeting poor Wilma over there. Got a potion. Merlin received an armor. Ooh, could this potion maybe be a healing potion that will save me one spell? Let's see. Merlin has an armor. Interesting looking armor. Plate mail +1. That's cool. And that is a healing potion. Who's wearing plate mail? Nobody. That's -5, -6. So we're going to give that plate mail to Kyler. I'm going to get rid of this. Kyler's going to put that on. I'm going to heal up just a hair here. Okay. I played the NES version of this when it was new. Looking forward to checking this version out. Yes, oh my, we have Gorgons. Oh boy, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. This is not the kind of fight I want to fight on level 9 when I've already burned through most of my spells. So yeah, NES version, loved it when I was younger. And nothing's really changed. I mean, it's the same maps, the same monsters, the same base gameplay, just prettier graphics. Oh man, this is bad. How are we going to handle this? This could be real bad, guys. This could be really, really bad. This could be some bad stuff. We have burned through most of our good spells. And we are deep into level 9. Let's not even joke about it. There's not going to be a rescue party coming for these guys if we don't make it. Oh, this is not good. Look at that. This is bad. Oh no. Look at this. Oh boy. Can we run? I don't think we can run. Not good. It's over. It's over. The party has been slaughtered on level 9. Oh, wow. That is hot stuff. That is brutal. That is so brutal. And so here's the thing, too. So even if, I make a party or whatever that goes down and gets these guys, when I get them and when I bring them back to town, most of their armor's going to be gone. Because as their bodies lay there in the maze, right, the corpses are going to get picked apart. And they're going to be looted, I should say. And so all their stuff is going to be gone. Not all of it, but most of it. But it's going to be very difficult to get a party down that deep. Because not only is it level 9, right? Because level 9 is right off the elevator. So not too bad to get to 9. But remember, they were down in that end hallway, which I feel like that encounter might not have been an accident, right? Being down in like the guts of level 9, you have this massive encounter. Like if you're going to lose a party, that's the worst place to lose it. The on-screen minimap is going to make it 1,000 times easier. I never made it much past level 3 or 4 because of spinners and teleporters. So the on-screen minimap is cool, but the on-screen map, auto map in this game, works like you would be mapping it yourself on graph paper. So when you hit a spinner, the map doesn't spin to indicate that. It keeps assuming you're going forward. And so the map eventually gets overwritten, and it gets all confused until you cast that Doom-a-Pick spell that sets everything right again. So that's tricky. But yeah, it's so much more convenient than having to buy paper and a pencil and all that good stuff. Yeah, it threw me off the first time I saw it, but when I realized what it was doing, it tickled me. I thought it was very clever. So obviously tonight, this is going to be the end of the stream because the party is stuck, dead in the maze. And so I'm going to have to think about how I want to proceed, because it's going to take me a hot minute to level somebody that can go down there and get them. In fact, leveling somebody is not really the answer. How would we do it? How would we do this? Don't say you're sorry. It's all good. That's part of it. That's part of the fun, right? And so when we get the party back, thanks for following, by the way. When we get the party back, it makes it all worth it, because then we're going to go in there and we're going to kick some butt. What happened tonight is I just, I was feeling pretty confident with the fights, and I probably should have, once we started burning through those healing spells, I should have turned around and went back to town and rested up, because had we gone into that with La Canito and Macanito and other Lorto, other spells like that, we could have got through that without much trouble. But there's no cheating. There's no save reloading, right? There's nothing we can really do to bring the party back at this point, other than go down there and fetch them, which, is going to take some tough grinding. And even then, remember, it's a party of 6 people. So even if you went down there with just 3 characters, you'd have to take 2 trips to bring all 6 back. How long had you invested into getting to level 9? Maybe a week. I think I've streamed the entire game from day one, and I think this is maybe the 9th stream, 8th or 9th stream, so not too bad. But if I'm not streaming, I could level a party up to level 10 pretty quickly. There's ways to go about it, and plus I've got all the gold here, so outfitting a party from the get-go is not going to be too bad either. The best way to do it probably would be to roll a base party, 3 fighters and 3 magic users, and then once I get to a point where they're comfortable, switch everybody to a magic user, level them back up from level 1, so that we've got a slew of spells, and then you can go down there and just kind of spell your way through the maze, get your characters and bring them back. And I want to finish it with the characters I started with, just because, right? No other reason than just because. I don't want to leave them down there. But I think tomorrow, when I stream, I don't want to bore everybody with just rehashed material. So I think if we stream it all tomorrow, it'll be with a party that's probably already halfway leveled. I'll get right on that, and we'll just go from there. But that is where we're going to end it tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll start the process of finding these guys and bringing them back. It won't be as bad as everybody thinks. It'll be fun, actually, when we get these guys back to town. It'll be fun to see what they still have on their persons, what items have been looted, and all that good stuff. But thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for following. Hope everybody has a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow.